Ah,
Greetings.
greetings, milady. So good to see you.
Oh, is it? How are you? Come inside. It's cold out here.
Thank you. It is indeed very cold. How are you today?
I'm actually doing well. I take that back. I kind of have a headache. I think I left my window open a bit, and my head hurts a little bit.
I'm sorry to hear that. I take it this is not the best time for you to and me to have our date.
Oh, what's the matter? You don't look well.
It's been a long day, full of It's been a long day. I don't wish to trouble you with the details, but we were attacked by a group of Vikings when we least expected it, and they beat us pretty bad, and they kidnapped one of the princesses. I failed to protect her, and now we have a warband with my fellow knight and some of our trusted squires, and I'm quite concerned but hopeful that they will be able to bring her back, but it is not easy to be here, guarding the village while the rest of my comrades are fighting for their lives. I would love to help, but I am not currently in a position where I would be of any help.
Hmm.
But on a more positive note, I am overjoyed that your dancer is finally healed and she's no longer coughing all over the place.
I think you just caught her at a good time.
Well, good time is definitely something she looks like she's having right now. With herself. I am sorry that you're suffering from a headache. Perhaps there is something that I can do to make it feel at least a tiny bit better. Why don't you make yourself comfortable? Have a seat and I'll take care of the rest.
Oh?
Yes.
I'm a little nervous.
Please, don't be. Can I use your facilities?
Of course.
Do you have an oven here somewhere? Oh, I'll just use the
I
fireplace.
do, in here.
Lovely, thank you. Alright guys, it's time. Excuse me, waiter, Very well, I'll just do it over here. She's very territorial. Alright, let's do this. Let's see how this is gonna work. Oops. No.
Did you slip?
I'm fine. Don't worry, if you hear any strange sounds, everything is alright. This is our recipe. We brought ingredients, and now we're gonna do some baking. In text RP. It's fine. Yes, I'm doing text RP. Uses his knightly powers to cut the butter into the floor with his dagger, almost like if he was using some sort of a blender device. Proceeds until the floor has a coarse, mealy texture, similar to fresh breadcrumbs. Adds the rest of the resources and works with the dough until the crumbs turn into clusters. Once it all holds together and doesn't fall apart, it's ready. We're baking a cake. That's what we're doing.
So you said someone was taken?
Indeed.
Injured?
Princess Adelaide was kidnapped. Puts the dough into a nice box that we of course have over here.
I don't believe I know who that is.
And starts heating up the oven.
Expect they'll return her?
I certainly hope so.
Or
we have sent an emissary to their way and, well, to their encampment, and we're hoping to hear back from them.
will you pay a ransom for this one?
We are just trying to get some time, and we also have other plans.
Why would they pick that princess? Was she the only one? Was she alone?
No, the princess wasn't alone, but she was their main target. After they defeated us, they went straight for her. Carefully cleans the hilt of his sword under the running water and gives it a good wipe. Starts using it on the dough as a rolling pin. Rolls it into small circles. Makes sure the dough is properly sticky and occasionally adds small amounts of flour when necessary. Almost got it.
Have they tried to take her before?
Yes. Gently presses the dough down into the pie dish so that it lines the bottom and sides of the dish.
They tried to take all the princesses.
Trims it with the dagger to perfectly fit the dish and folds it into a nice pie shape.
Or just this one.
Adds freshly cut apples and a selection of nuts into the mix to give it flavor. This one was definitely their main priority. Places the pie crust onto preheated baking sheet and reduces the oven temperature. Almost got it. Now for the ambiance. The room starts to be filled with the lovely smell of a fresh pie. Waits just the right time until the crust is golden, takes it out of the oven and presents it to the lady. There we go. That is your pie, jerk.
Smells amazing.
The quality isn't the best, but by the looks of it, should be obvious that he successfully tried something like this before. I know we speedrun it, but listen. During my childhood, I had a very nice older maid appointed by my adoptive father, King Mark, to basically take care of me. I used to be a very sad young boy, and to cheer me up, she once took me into the kitchen with her. She offered to bake a pie, but instead of doing it herself, she taught me how to do it. She said, "Tristan, one day you will meet a very special lady who will make you forget about everything in the world. No words would even remotely do justice to describe even how beautiful she will be. And since you will most likely become a knight who can barely handle a sword, you will need to learn something to impress her with." And thus, I learned how to bake a pie for my very own special lady of my dreams.
Oh? Is this, am I the only one you've made a pie for?
Not quite. Who's the gentleman here?
What gentleman?
Behind you.
Oh, he's been here a few days. He just kind of came in and likes staying out here in the tavern.
I see.
I imagine over the coming days more will come.
My apologies. I get a bit suspicious when I see hooded figures, but I presume that this one will not spread any rumors about us. But yes, milady, I don't usually bake for others. Only for those who are very dear to me, and I figured that since I owed you an apology and a proper date, and since we are kind of forced to perhaps do this under these secretive circumstances, then I at least wanted to do something special for you. I hope you like sweets.
I normally don't eat them, but I will. How can I say no to this one?
Well, you of course can. I would under no circumstances force you. But it was made from the heart. Oh no, the crust could have been better. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I last baked, but as a knight, unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of opportunities to practice anything else but my fighting skills, especially these days when we are at war. Raisa, I have googled a specific recipe and approach how to bake this. I wanted to make sure I'm at least half believable. Because I'm not actually that good
I
at
think it
baking
tastes
pies.
just fine. It's delicious.
Thank you for your kindness, milady. You deserve nothing less. And so much more.
I don't think I do.
Well, in my eyes, you do. I know.
What's your favorite?
My apologies, go ahead.
What's your favorite pie? Apple?
I am quite fond of blueberry pies, but unfortunately there were no blueberries that I could use. The apples are reliable. They are a good choice. A lot of people like apple pies. So I chose this one strategically to avoid any exotic flavors that you might be unfamiliar with or that you might find distasteful. For example, I would never present you with a meat pie that I would only save for a second date.
I see. I was going to say meat pies are actually quite delicious as well.
Ah, good to know. Well, perhaps if you find this social engagement between two friends who found common ground and appreciation for food enjoyable, then perhaps I'll prepare you something else for our next encounter of similar magnitude.
That sounds wonderful.
I assure
What
you.
will you do
Damn it!
with this princess being kidnapped?
Right now, there is nothing I can do but to wait. We have a warband out of some of our finest warriors, trying to help. My hope rests with them. And depending on their mission, we will figure out what we can do next. I wish I could share more details with you, Lianna. I trust you. The note that I sent you, the letter, some of the things mentioned in there, they were very private and very personal, and if you show this to anyone, I could never trust you again, and I am so glad that you decided to respect this wish of mine, and you never shared this with anyone from the village or from your household. I knew that I could count on you, trust you. You have no idea how refreshing it is for me right now to have someone to just talk to and to rely on, instead of constantly be there for others and to offer them my services.
Sir Tristan, I have to be honest with you. I did mention your letter to Avalda. I didn't show it to her, but I did mention it. I told her that...
I actually know of that, she told me. And I'm glad that you did, because in case something happened to me, I would expect you to at least let others know that I fell in battle. That was the reason why I couldn't return. I am mostly concerned about the details of my life that I provided you with.
Yeah.
Some of those
I understand.
are very personal, and they could not only put me in danger, but others too. So I wanted to thank you for your... well, for not betraying my trust, because that is extremely important to me. The reason why I'm not sharing some of these details about our upcoming plans is because if you were kidnapped by some of these Aesir, they might torture you for more information, and I don't wish to put you into a position where you will be compromised and potentially tortured for these details.
Do you think the Aesir would even care about those details? About your past?
Maybe not
Because
about...
I will be honest, I don't wish to be a secret. I don't wish to be anyone's mistress. And I won't do it.
I understand. And if that is your wish, then I promise that once I leave today, I will no longer impose on your needs or preferences. I understand that my conditions are unusual, but we are currently at war, and I can only afford to risk my life. I cannot put you into any kind of danger.
That is your choice. I just don't want to be a secret if it ever comes to that.
I understand. But I have plenty of reasons to for us, potentially, to remain in such a way. But I absolutely understand that that may not be agreeable by you. And I thank you for sharing this with me. And I would like to respectfully ask you to not share anything about this engagement with others.
I see.
I am sorry, Lianna. I wish things could have been different, but I am a very high profile knight. I am in charge of the entire kingdom right now, and that makes me a very dangerous man to be involved with. That is why I would prefer us to be meeting in secret.
I will think about it, but
Please do, because I enjoy your company so very much, especially now, especially these days. But I want you to be happy.
you're always welcome to come here, even if just to have a conversation.
I appreciate it, but perhaps I will send some of my squires or some of the other guards to come here instead of me to check up on you and make sure that you are properly taken care of as one of the residents of Camelot.
I guess if that's what you wish.
No, milady, that is not what I wish. You know what I wish. But I cannot force that upon you. I am well aware. Well, why don't you tell me about your day? I can only imagine that yours was filled with excitement and all sorts of adventures.
Not really. I spent the day at Silemill. Well, most of the day.
And how did that go? Do you have a market stall? Or perhaps were you there to trade with others?
I have a market stall, but I was really just there to listen. I wanted to see the people coming through and hear what all they had to gossip about, I suppose. We don't get much news up here, so it's probably the best place to get the current events, I suppose.
I see. Well, I would definitely recommend visiting the village more often, the village of Starfell. There is always someone around who would be more than willing to fill you in on everything. All you need to do is ask. The people of Camelot are kind and always willing to chat.
Sir Tristan. The people of Camelot are kind to you. They're not so kind to myself and I'll say Garo and maybe even Kelly. They're actually quite rude. They look at us like we are suspicious. They don't accept that we are part of Camelot, we just don't live there. There's a few that are kind, but the majority are not, and it's quite uncomfortable.
Then I would say focus on those. Focus on those who showed kindness previously. Someone like Avalda, who runs the tavern. Someone like Asir, the squire of Sir Percival. Some of my other squires, the one that you met, Oliver. Dobeny,
Yes.
Mr. Knox. I would risk my life for any of those, without hesitation. And I know they would do the same for me.
I will say those are the ones that have been kind. And Rick as well, the blacksmith.
I'm glad to hear. I am well aware that sometimes the atmosphere can be a bit hectic and people can be busy, especially if they're running their shops and conducting business, or if there is any kind of emergency at the infirmary. But please, give them another chance and focus on these fine and kind people. You have so much to offer, Lianna, and I want you to be more involved. Not just with me, even though that would be nice, but if you can do it with me, then hopefully with others.
I will do my best.
Thank you. Well, on that note, I think it's time for me to go. I feel like I already overstayed my welcome. I hope you enjoyed the pie, and again, my apologies for any imposition.
Just one moment before you go.
She giving me ice?
Here, in the jar.
What is it? Blueberries?
Some berries. Blueberries.
What is it for?
It's for you to make another pie another time. Perhaps for me, or maybe someone else.
Lianna.
You said you couldn't find blueberries, so take these. I have more.
Yes, but I don't just bake pies for anyone. Are you implying that you would like to continue our arrangement? It's fine. You don't have to say anything. Thank you for the blueberries. I don't really feel like baking anymore. Perhaps someone else might be up for the job. I'm sure.
As you wish.
I'm sure there will be someone worthy of your attention. Good night, milady.
Good night.
Dang it! Well, at least we had Our date. And I finally baked a pie in RP.